Everyone, it's Patty Burns. I'm just here, and a lot of people have been asking about me, so I thought I'd make a video and share. I do have a set list of questions that people have been wondering, so that helps. The first question is, where am I from? One would wonder. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana, born and raised, but right now I've been living in Washington, D.C., okay? Can I help you? Hello? Can I help you? Sorry, there was someone there. Okay. I had to write it all down. There's just so much. Where did I go to school? So I went to Princeton University for about 6 years. 1997 to 2003. I graduated with my master's in political science from, again, Princeton University. And then I went on to study constitutional law at Columbia University, where I graduated in 2005. The next question. What were my previous careers before, obviously, becoming the VP nominee? So I was a constitutional lawyer right out of college. I was in college for 8 years almost. So lots of fun. I was a constitutional lawyer in the Washington, D.C. area from 2005 to 2008 before joining forces with amazing Barack Obama in 2008. I was his campaign lawyer in 2008, and then I went back to Indiana from 2008 to 2011, where I was the representative of our 4th district in Indiana. That's right. I'm a former U.S. representative. Whoa. That's so fun, is it not? And then in 2011, I got a phone call from President Obama. He was asking me to work with his campaign again, this time not as a lawyer, as his campaign strategist. And I was like, Mr. President, of course, So, from 2011 to 2012, I was his re-election campaign strategist, kind of important. Then he obviously won in big numbers. So I got the opportunity to be a White House advisor for the president from 2012 to 2015. I ultimately resigned to go help Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton in the 2016 election. I started out as Bernie Sanders, Senator Sanders' campaign manager from 2015 to 2016, and after he endorsed Hillary, I moved over to her campaign, where I was a lawyer for her campaign in 2016. After that election, I went back to constitutional law. I was still living in D.C. at the time. Went back to D.C. after, obviously, being a White House advisor. I went back to constitutional law in D.C. from 2016 to 2020. And then in 2020, it was about January 2020, I decided to join forces with former Vice President at the time, Joe Biden, which I had come to know as a good friend of mine since I was working with the Obama-Biden administration from the 2012 to 2015. So I was actually his executive campaign director in 2020. And then after that, after I helped him win in 2020, I went back to, obviously, law, practicing constitutional law and I became a political analyst. So I joined on CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, CBS. I was on their programs quite a bit, but that was not being paid, obviously. And then in 2024, I decided to stop doing that when I got a phone call from Mr. Woodcock in, February, as we were working on getting her campaign up in the ground. She started working on it in January. We announced on March 1st, and then in September, for a brief 1 week in August, I was with Margaret Keane before quitting / being fired for not complying with her idiocy. And then in September 19th, just a couple days ago, I joined forces with our wonderful warrior, Derfla Woodcock Pierce, okay? And I became her vice presidential nominee for the Democratic Party. Some quick questions I got about me. Let's see. Here it says, what's my top priority as vice president? And to that I would say, working with the federal government and the local and state governments to ensure that people are being taken care of, because I think there's a lot of people at the end of the day who aren't being taken care of, and we can see this from a number of crises, hurricane disaster relief period, since President Biden took office has not been as satisfying, might I say. Obviously, I'm a huge supporter of his administration, but still, we can do better, and Derfla and I believe we will do better. So just relief for disasters and the border crisis. We want to save people, okay? Sorry about that. I'm staying at a hotel. There's some weird people here. I'm actually in Minnesota for the rally today. I'm going to be joining Derfla on stage. It's gonna be a great rally. We have an excellent guest speaker. We wanted to have quite a few more, but there's just so many people we're gonna have speaking at these rallies that we're just gonna space them out. I don't remember when my next rally is. Crap. I don't know. It might be tomorrow. I don't remember. I've been so busy recently. Excuse me. Then the next question is, do I have any children? No, I do not have any children. Yeah. I like dogs. And then I want to talk about Edna Ravenscroft real quick, because in her video the other day, she mentioned that there's certain things, if Congress and the Senate won't pass their bills, they're gonna have the people vote on it. And obviously, people voting on states' rights and all that, it's incredibly important, okay? But what is she talking about, okay? Our government is about the representatives and the senators making decisions. Not the people. The people vote for their senators. They vote for their representatives. They don't vote, okay? This isn't a pure democracy. This is a constitutional republic. I studied law, okay? Constitutional law. I know how this government works. And her saying that if Congress and the Senate do not comply with the executive branch, they're going to make the people decide. I'm sorry, but that is a direct violation of the U.S. Constitution, okay? And I would know. I don't know what she thinks she's doing. I don't know if it's just she's a little wonky, silly in the head or whatever. But that is a direct violation of the United States Constitution, the Constitution that has been the law of the land for the past 235 years, okay? And we're not going to abolish it now. I vow that, okay? And it's just crazy. They want to abolish the Constitution? Really? So I want to thank everyone for coming here today and listening. Thank you. Mwah.